Now, students, we are going to discuss the fate of RBCs. That is what happens to RBCs when they are get destroyed. Now, first moving towards that, what is the lifespan of RBCs? The lifespan of RBCs is 120 days. After 120 days, when the cell become older, so they become fragile. So, however, the young cells have ability to easily pass through the narrow capillaries of the body without undergo any destruction. So, what happens to the fragile RBCs when they pass through the capillaries? They get destroyed while trying to squeeze themselves. So, particularly the capillaries which are present in the skin are very narrow in diameter. Because of the diameter of these tiny capillaries, these RBCs become destroyed, and so this spleen, because of its narrow property of the capillaries, is the graveyard of the RBCs. So most of the RBCs are get destroyed in the spleen. So this spleen is the graveyard of RBCs. Now these destroyed RBCs are now fragmented and the hemoglobin is released. Now we have hemoglobin. This hemoglobin is readily undergo phagocytosis by the macrophages of the body, particularly those macrophages which are present in the liver, spleen, and the bone marrow. And the macrophages of the liver are known as the Kupffer cells. So there are three main macrophages, particularly for the hemoglobin, macrophages in the liver, spleen, and the bone marrow. Now, hemoglobin is degraded into three major components. First one is the iron, second one is globin, and third one is porphyrin. So this is the fate of this hemoglobin now. Now, according to this fate of hemoglobin, after degradation, we have iron, globin, and porphyrin. Now, this iron has ability to combine with the protein, and the name of that protein is apoferritin, as represented in the figure. Now, this iron combines with the protein to form ferritin, which is stored in the body and this acts as a source of iron for our body. Now, globin. What happens to globin? Globin enters the protein, form a reserve for the body. This globin is actually a protein that is containing the heme group, which will now in future facilitate our body by providing its facilities. Now coming towards porphyrin, what happens to porphyrin? Porphyrin is degraded in our body into bilirubin. This bilirubin is excreted by the liver through the bile. So this was all about the fate of the RBCs. Now what happens daily? 10% of RBCs in our body are get destroyed, and after this destruction, the resulting formation of hemoglobin, that is 0.6 gram per deciliter. Now from this 0.9 gram per deciliter of the 0.6 gram per deciliter of the hemoglobin, we will get bilirubin, that is from 0.9 to 1.5 milligram per deciliter. So this was all about the fate of RBC.